It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through my body. I know that it is here to stay. It's like you're my...
Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today is Wednesday, hump day, and I have so much to talk about today with you girls. I do two things. First, I want to tell you about, and I have already shown you Lily Silk so many times in the past, but this time is a little different. I chose some different things than I typically do. I've done the pajamas and pillowcases. Well, this time I chose this button-up shirt. And here, we might do things backwards. Maybe we'll do an outfit of the day first. I've always loved these. They're like vintage Prada shoes. Are they not fabulous? They're just fabulous to me. So I'm wearing these today. They've got the cool, like rubbery bottom. And like I told you, if you follow me on Instagram, I am having Tracy Fox, who is a designer, help me with my room. So we have moved. I did not even think that would fit there, but that was her idea. I love it. I've ordered a piece of art to go over it that she suggested that I love. I've got a blanket on the way that I like better than that. And because I get the best light here, this is where I want to make videos most of the time. But really my whole house has great light, so we will be moving around. It just will depend on what rooms I get done first. I really hate to walk around and just show you stuff sitting on the floor. This is the silk like placket shirt. I ordered this specifically for this reason. I love the look of I love a couple of different looks this could go with. I love the look of a silky, just sexy, silky, soft shirt with denim. That is one of my favorite looks, just the contrast of the silkiness and the denim. Another look I have always loved since my earliest memories has been all white, of course all black or all cream. So this is the outfit that I thought of first when I was picturing this shirt. I took everything to the dry cleaners first as soon as I got it because I wanted them steamed to perfection. So that is what I did. And then I'll get a couple, as long as I don't get anything on these, I will be able to wear them because they are 100% silk. This is the high neck tank. It has the zipper in the back. And at first glance, this looks like just your typical tank. I wore this yesterday and hated to take it off. That is the difference in silk and satin and a really nice silk and a cheaper, not as good a quality silk. This feels like nothing. It feels like you have nothing on. You cannot even feel it. And I love the high neck. I wore a regular bra with it and did not have much trouble with if the strap did show, it was just a little bit and I would just tuck it back in. But feel free to wear a strapless bra or the crossback bra. I just have issues with the T-back bras and the cross bras. It bugs me. I don't enjoy wearing them. I feel like it hurts my neck. And I know it's probably in my head, but that's just the way I feel. So I just wore a regular bra, but I wore this with that skirt, the Zara skirt yesterday, and loved it. I wanted to kind of wear these just to be able to express to you the difference. And then this is, I'm going to go ahead and sit down now. This, I wanted to share with you, this is a piece of silk from the silkworm. This is the natural color of silk before it's bleached or anything else. So if you are a person who is sensitive to dyes, fragrance, anything like that, this is such a good option. I mean, we already know that silk pillowcases help with your skin, they help with your hair. They're so, I don't know, it's hard. It's kind of like cashmere. When something's so natural and so pure, when you turn over, there's no resistance against your skin and against your hair. So that is the silk pods, and the little set that I got comes with a pillowcase. I believe this is called the safety set. You can get another one that has, I think, a beauty set. But this, and it has like a cap that you could sleep with your hair. That's what it is. But this has the silk mask. It has the silk sleep mask and then the silk pillow. It's called, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Mame silk. So I don't want to, I can see why people like to have their sheets. I always thought that was weird to have your sheets ironed, but man, I can see how you might want that now. So Lily Silk is doing a sale. I believe it begins at the end of this month. It's an anniversary sale. I'm also giving you a code, and the code is LisaD15 for 15% off. So I will put all of that information down below. Thank you to Lily Silk for sponsoring this part of the video. I love it. I love it. You guys know I love a white blouse, but I don't want a bulky blouse. I'm always striving for, I like having a collar, but not if I feel it. Like if I feel it in the car. So this is perfect. It's perfect. And it comes in like a short sleeve. They have so many things to choose from. So again, it's Lisa D15, and I will put all the information down below. You guys know I've been on this, I don't know, it's like for lack of a better term, it has been like an awakening or just a really growth period in my life. It started when I started carnivore, and that isn't the cause. I think that is just part of the journey, and that just like propelled my life and my self-awareness to another level. Yesterday or last night, I asked you on my Instagram, what should we talk about today? Here are some things that you guys said. Something motivational or confidence building or stress relief. I'd love to know about the bags you used to make. What do you do when you feel anxious? Bad lipsticks. Life after divorce. How to be your own best friend. Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm getting married soon. Any advice? Something motivational. Your workout, if you have one. Fillers, Botox, lips. And then I had some to talk about my cats. And then I had some to talk about home decor, what I'm doing, which by the way, my furniture will be here tomorrow. I'm so excited. So we will be going into that. But as I, was reading those, I was like, oh my gosh, that's why, and when I say this, I don't mean that I'm not successful, because if you are pursuing your dream and you are focused and you are going there, you are successful. It doesn't matter if you are a teacher, a housewife, a single mom, a business executive. You are successful if you have identified your dream and you are heading that direction and you are working on it. That's my opinion. So it's not that I don't feel like I'm successful, but I'm always striving to do better and to find out what, if anything, is holding me back. And I've always known that because I started YouTube early, it wasn't to make money, it wasn't a career, it wasn't a thing. February will be 13 years. I am not niched down. I am not just talking about plastic surgery. I am not just talking about high-end makeup. I am just not only talking about fashion. Therefore, my friends and my group here, you guys are interested in so many different things. So many times I have thought about trying to niche down. Even when it comes to my age, is it the thing to do to only focus on over 50? And I never felt like it was, because so much of what I want to share of myself is geared towards young girls. I have a passion for helping women in general. I have a passion for being a woman. I just love it. I always have. So what I thought about this morning is, I was like, that's it. That's it. What is important to me is the total package. The total package. That's who I am. That's who I strive to be. That is going to be different for every person. And it's funny, when I got home, my stomach just had butterflies when I was taking Will to school because I was just thinking about all the things. Like that answered so much. Just that simple little conclusion answered so much that I have asked for years about, should I do this? Should I do that? And I came home. John was in the garage. And so I asked him the loaded question. I said, do you think I'm the total package? He did a little chuckle because he knew, he needed to think about that. And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and, because I knew what he was thinking. First of all, he was thinking, yes, you're the total package to me, but are you considered the total package? And I knew that. And I said to myself, I better go ahead and dig him out. I said, I know, I'm not cooking now. And he said, yeah, that's the one thing that I would say. He said, it depends. It depends on who you're asking. That is so perfect. It's so profound because it varies from man to man. It varies from woman to woman. And this is the big epiphany that I had today. It varies. We talk about seasons of our life. It varies from season to season. The things that are important to me have always been important to me. But say there's like a line or a graph and, it's 100%. Well, sometimes in your life, being a good cook may take up more of a percentage in your life because of circumstances, because of your priorities at the time, because of life. So there was a time when I was doing freezer jam in the summers. I was cooking a big meal and we sat down at the table every night. One thing is John is not, I've told you this before, he's not the best person to cook for. He is brutally honest and he's not obsessed with food. So these are the type things I would hear when he would come home. I really don't need a bread at every dinner. After I was all into Pampered Chef. I might have done a new cheese biscuit roll-up or something. And he would say that to me. Or I really remember when we first got married, I loved making desserts. And I had always seen my mom always made desserts, my grandmothers, my aunts. So I kind of did that, not only because I liked eating them, but that was like a way of showing him that I loved him and that I was going to be Susie Homemaker, because that was, at the time, that was my goal, that was my dream, that's what I wanted, more than anything. So I would, have this big meal fixed for him when he came home, and he would say, I really don't want a dessert, every day, or I don't really need 2 vegetables, or, my mom just used to fix a meat and a vegetable. And it would be like, oh gosh, crushed. So cooking and things like that are going to vary as far as time in your life, your priorities, the person in your family, all of that is going to vary, and it's going to vary within your life. That's why now when I'm working and John's retired, I have no guilt that he is fixing my dinner because I'm working and he's not. And so it's just a different season of our life. It doesn't make me any less of a woman. It doesn't make him any less of a man. It's not practical now to think we're all going to sit down at the table and eat together because we are at a different season in our life. Brooke may or may not be here. They've all gotten to where they like different things. And like last night, I did cook spaghetti. Then we ate. I served them just like moms do. You get everybody else handled. And then I went and got in the shower and John cooked my steaks. And it worked out great. So that's how I kind of view my channel, is we are striving to be the total package. We are going to be the just most badass women we can be. Of course, that is going to vary from who you are, your life circumstances, and where you are in your life journey. But you'll come to a place in your life where you get to know yourself better than you ever have. And, you know, Brooke, my daughter, is 21, and I just wish, if I could have one wish, it would be to give her some of the insight and the knowledge that I have learned through life, through doing it wrong, through getting my feelings hurt. I wish I could give that to her. I always talk to her about flowers or kittens. You may have a Maine Coon kitten and a Siamese kitten. They're so different. They act different, they look different, but they're equally beautiful. And some people may prefer the temperament of a Maine Coon. Some people may prefer the temperament and the look of a Siamese. It doesn't make one better than the other. And it takes a long time to get that through your head. That is part of, I think, you know, when you really start learning about yourself, you learn, like, I will not say that I've always considered myself open-minded. I've always been very opinionated, and I have an idea of what I think is right. And you have paradigms, which, if you've ever studied paradigms, I have come to this enlightenment that really helped me understand the whole thing. So one day we would talk about our paradigms. When you really start learning about yourself, and you really become confident, you open up to so much more, and you want to learn so much more, and you start wanting to cut out the things that do not serve you anymore. You start to realize what's important to you, which this will change according to person and stage in your life. Right now, I have cut out so many things, and it has enriched my life so much, you guys. Things like The Real Housewives. The last time I watched The Real Housewives was the Beverly Hills Housewives, and it was where the new girl was basically being so mean to, now I'm not going to be able to remember her name, she's the southern one on there. And the whole time, the girl was rolling her face with this Nurse Jamie skin roller. And I think it was kind of like an anxiety type thing. She was doing it because she was upset and she didn't want to cry. That upset me so bad. It upset me, one, that that girl was being that mean. Two, that these shows have made it where people are showing things just for views, just for popularity, just to be able to remain on that show. Sutton. I felt like, Sutton, get it together. Don't do this on camera. It upset me to the core. And that night, I decided I don't get any fashion advice or motivation from these shows because it's like a costume party. I mean, if you think about the things that Erica Jane and Lisa Rinna used to be pretty authentic. Now she isn't really dressing like she used to. They're all dressing for TV now. They're like Dorit. It's basically like a Halloween costume every time you see her. So I'm not getting any fashion out of it. They're not friends, guys. They're not friends. They don't even see each other. They're not even, half of them aren't even housewives. They are only there to create drama. And I decided, why am I watching this? Why am I spending the time I could be spending on something that is enriching my family or my life? Why am I spending all this? So I cut it out. Have not missed it. I have not missed it one bit. So that is one thing. Another thing I have cut out, and this has probably been the biggest life change, is I used to watch the news. I'm not kidding. I would turn on the news when I got up in the morning. I would never cut the TV off the whole day. In my car, I had every news channel. It went from the local AM news to Fox Business, Fox News, CNN, I'm doing them in order, MSNBC, maybe NPR. Just every channel was news. And I would go from one to the other all day long listening to the news. I was obsessed. So the last time I watched the news, the last time I listened to the news in my car was months ago. But this is what I do. I still want to be up on things. I want to know what's going on. I want to know, and we'll even get into an epiphany I had about how other people do not know what is going on in this world, and that upsets me, but I'm trying not to be judgmental about that too. That's things I'm working on in my life, is to not judge people for that or for some other things, but I'll tell you that story later. So what I do now is when I eat dinner, we turn on the TV and we watch the news. So I know what is going on with the pandemic. I want to know what's going on in our nation as far as with the world. I want to know what is going on in politics. I want to know what is going on, but it only takes a little while. That's something I didn't really get. It only takes watching it about 30 minutes to get it all, and you will notice that it barely changes. It barely changes. Unless something big is going on, it's basically the same every time. So why was I spending all day listening to the murder rate, the inflation, what's going on in Kalamazoo? All day I was taking in things in my head that I really have no control of. I will always vote and I will always know what's going on, but I cannot control half of the things. I cannot control 98% of the things that were stressing me out. They're negative, they're mean, they're dramatic. It's another thing. The newscasters, the news channels have to keep their ratings. The newscasters have to keep their jobs. And what do? They create drama. They repeat things over and over again. All the things, all the tactics that make you upset, angry, and that make you, all of these emotions, which we will talk about in the future, make you easier manipulated. So my advice, and it has just worked for me tremendously, is to watch enough of it that you know what is going on, you are informed, but you are not obsessed, because I used to be obsessed with the news. Another thing I've cut out is, and this is going to be weird, I've cut out watching most YouTube videos like beauty or fashion, because I don't want to take on their opinions. I don't want to hear someone with 30-year-old dry skin tell me that this foundation is not any good when I'm 50 years old with normal to oily. And you can't help but, and we will talk about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind and how your thoughts are. It's amazing. I don't want that in my head. I don't want it. So I have tried to stop watching. There are a few that I will watch just if I want to be inspired. Also, I am not a makeup artist, and I do not want to compare myself. I don't want to compare my makeup abilities. I don't want to compare my camera quality and my techniques to a makeup artist who is making their living and their passion is applying makeup. That's not who I am. I want to show you how your friend Lisa, a fellow normal woman in a normal world with normal abilities, how I feel and how I apply my makeup. I don't think it's normal to take someone this close to my face when applying makeup when no one is ever going to be this close to my face. So that has helped me to not compare myself to Pixie Woo, or I just watched Andrea Ali this morning do that smoky eye, and I'm ordering that pencil. I happen to love her company, and I keep in my mind the whole time, Lisa, you're not a makeup artist. That's the reason you don't know to do that. Lisa, you're not a makeup artist. And one reason I like watching her too is her eye shape is similar to mine. She's got deep set eyes. There are things that I can't do that someone with different eyes, different skin, is going to do. So I found myself feeling inadequate. I found myself feeling like I wasn't doing a good job, or that things that were, I felt like, oh, if I just had the right camera, things would be better. Oh, if I just knew how to do a turquoise smoky eye, then my channel would be better. When that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. So why am I comparing myself to something that I'm not even aspiring to be? So that is one reason I quit watching other makeup YouTube videos. Another thing is you cannot help but to compare yourself. And what I bring to the table is going to be totally different than what Tammy brings to the table, or Angie, or Andrea Ali. We're all going to bring different things. So why would I compare myself to someone who is a totally different person? Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get something different from all of us. So if I was just a viewer and I wasn't doing this as a career and as my passion and as what I want to be successful as, if I wasn't doing that, then I would love watching everyone and getting those different techniques and those different, points of view. But because I'm doing this, I don't want to get caught up in comparing myself to others. I want to compare myself to the person I was yesterday. I want to compare my background or my house or my life to what it was last year, last month. I don't want to compare it to, someone's professional studio that they have because they're a professional makeup artist. Does that make sense? And that has really helped me. Okay, so now you're thinking, well, if you're not watching all of those things that you used to spend time watching, what are you watching? I have filled that time with learning about myself. I have filled that time with learning how to be a better person, how to build my character, how to find out what is important on that sliding scale. Now, makeup is still there. What I wear is still there. I'm not saying I don't even watch TV. Every night, John and I we're on to Suits now. I like to watch something before I go to bed with John that is part of our coming together at the end of the night. And I want it to be something that is kind of like a light, feel good, no violence, drift off to sleep. Like never fails, I'll say I can't watch anymore, I've got to go to sleep. So that is what I watch. So it's not that I don't watch any TV. Then what else do I fill my time with? I've started reading the Bible. I've always had a devotional, but I've been intimidated on just reading the Bible. But so much of what I'm learning about, whether it's from being an entrepreneur to a good mom to a good wife to being more spiritually awakened, all comes back to the Bible. And I've always wanted to read the Bible, but I was intimidated. I didn't even know where to start. So my mom got me a Bible that's easy to read, and every night I spend time reading the Bible. I read my devotional and my Bible before I do anything on Instagram or anything else. I do my workout every night. Some nights it takes time to take a shower and do my hair. It's amazing. You will fill that time with so much more, beneficial things, and it will just blossom. Your life will blossom. I am not here to judge what you watch or what you do. I am just here to tell you about my journey. I'm here to maybe open your mind. My mind has been opened from so many things. I still am working on so many things, and you always will be. You will never stop learning. So I would like to be for you a type of mentor. When I told you guys that I wanted to help you with some different things, I had people ask me if I would do life coaching. I've had, thoughts of writing a book or anything, but what I would really like to do is just to be someone to learn from my mistakes, learn from the things that I'm learning, and let's learn from each other. Every one of you out there you have something that I would gain from you telling me. Everyone out there knows something that you don't. So I would like this to be a place of learning, no drama. This isn't the Real Housewives of YouTube. I don't want, people fighting with each other. I understand when you put yourself out on YouTube, there's going to be negative comments. They will be deleted immediately. This is going to be a nice place to be. If you want to tell people, what you think of them, or, put in your political views or your social views, go somewhere else where that is the thing that they're talking about. But I don't want that here. I want this to be a place of fellowship, a place of learning, a place of coming together and being the total package, the total badass woman that you want to be. And I want it to be all you. I don't want you to have to ask your friend what they think about this or that. I want you to feel so secure that you do not need to ask anyone else what they think. That is my goal. So I hope that you will stay with me, and I am going to be here every week. I am not going to let anything intimidate me, and I hope that you'll be here with me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, let me do my jewelry since I've already done my outfit. Okay, I have on the necklace that my parents gave me. I will link this charm, and then this chain my mom just gave me. I love it. It has sentimental value to me, and I put that above a lot of, I put that above a lot. And this is the white castle ring. I believe it's beautiful. My nails have nothing on them because I kind of got tired of all the dark colors, and I just have a base coat. I have the Chanel base coat. The earrings. Okay, I'm wearing some little studs from Dean Davidson, and then I'm wearing some Sheila Fajl hoops. One day I want to get into who a lot of my mentors are, and Sheila is one of those. She is someone that I admire. Another person, I'm going to put the video down below, another person I have always admired is Diane von Furstenberg. And I came across a TED Talk with her the other day that was so inspiring to me. I just love so much about who she is. She's tough, she's feminine, she's stylish, she's warm, she's powerful, she's everything. She's everything to me. And I don't, just from what I've seen. Okay, I won't go too far into that, but I will link it below. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.